Right, somebody tagged Terry Stone in this video. You might not know that I'm an actor, but there you go, Terry, I'm an actor. And I know a bit about acting, and I've been in a few movies. I've got a bit of character. I could fucking play like I'm from fucking Essex, yeah? Because I know how to fucking talk, because I'm a Londoner. Do you know what I'm fucking saying? But see that sausage, Brett May? He can't fucking act, and he's from fucking Doncaster. He's a fucking Yorkshireman. How the fuck can you get someone from Yorkshire to play an Essex boy unless they can fucking act? And Brett May, he can't act. Have you seen him when he pretended that he couldn't see out of his eye? Well, he didn't do a very fucking good job because he didn't even get punched in the eye, Terry. So if you want Brett May for his street cred, he's not exactly Conor McGregor, is he? Do you know what I mean? He's a joke. I don't believe you've casted him to play Pat Tate, who, by the way, the last geezer that played Pat Tate in it was the Essex Boys. Fantastic actor, done a great job, you know. And he's very famous actor. He's gone on and done a lot of those hard men characters. Don't know his name. Write in the comments section. But yeah, that was a good Pat Tate. Brett May is a sausage, okay? He doesn't even look like he's on the juice. Pat Tate was a juice head. Pat Tate was a big, imposing man who could, I don't even know if he was a fighter or what, but Brett May's all wrong for the part. Admittedly, I'm not physically big enough to play Pat Tate, even though I could act. But Carlton Leach, I could be Carlton Leach for sure, yeah? Rise of the Foot Soldier. Have you seen my my video when I'm on the train? I'm like, me and my mates, we're away and we're going to Bournemouth on the train. We're training on the train, and I've had my F&A's. If anybody fucks with us, they're getting knocked the fuck out. You know, there it is, F&A's. Shout out. Woo, 222 when I pulled the packet out. Is that right? Good stuff. This is. Essex Boys was juice heads. Brett May is a donut head. You know, you need a big, imposing man. Physically, could Brett May pull Pat Tate off? Yeah, possibly. But can he do the Essex accent, which is the most important part? The movie's called Essex Boys. And unless you can act, and that sausage can't, and he hasn't got the body for it. He doesn't look like he's touched a steroid. He looks like he's been eating Krispy Kremes by the truckload. Let me have if anybody else I could recommend for the Pat Tate role. Do you know what? I'm struggling really because you know, he was a bit of a throwback when he Pat Tate. He was like I say, big, imposing Essex man. A lot of the Essex boys I see these days are very camp. Yeah, even their tattoos are camp. All very, you know, these sleeves and that. They're all, they're a bit too perfect, aren't they? You know, pretty boys. I don't know. I was trying to think of a fighter in the BKFC or something. But look, I'm not a casting director. I'm just telling you that Pat Tate character, Brett May, no. And Brett May's going around, in case you didn't know, saying that he's cast as Pat Tate. Bullshit. And by the way, I'm an aspiring actor. I'm trying very hard to get acting roles. I'm sure it's going to happen. Didn't happen overnight, you know. Let's take some actors whose career didn't get going until, you know, in their 50s and stuff like that. Well, Anthony Hopkins. Morgan Freeman, even what's his name, who's been in loads of action movies with a big tattoo on his chest. Machete, Daniel Rodriguez, whatever, you know. I'm sure in time I'm going to get an acting role. I mean, I recently starred in a movie, if you guys are interested. It's called Rose. I played like it's my first speaking role in a movie, and I'm looking forward to it. It's a very cool movie. But you're going to have to wait until that comes out. But yeah, you know, this is to think that Brett May would land, you know, this great role, by the way, of Pat Tate. I'm not sure if we buy it in the comment section. It's not feasible, is it? I mean, Brett May, I'm going to tag you in this video. If you could please give us a pre-screen of your Pat Tate impersonation. You know, just pretend that you've got a big bag of cocaine and some hookers and you're with a guy called Billy Whiz. And yeah, you're basically just a fun party boy guy, you know, instead of a bully boy from Doncaster. I mean, I didn't think Pat Tate bullied little junkies like you bully junkies in Doncaster. He was a proper, like, gangster. Not like you, Brett May. I mean, you're not a gangster at all. And Shadowboxer's going to beat your head in. I'm going to make sure of that. I'm going to give Shadowboxer hypnotherapy. And before you start thinking that's cheating, I offered you hypnotherapy. I could hypnotise you, Brett, to believe you had a pair of bollocks. I told you it involved some magic mushrooms. Coming to see me for like a Manifest for Men training camp. And I will get you ready for the Shadowboxer. And if I can't get you ready, nobody can. They used to send the warriors of the day to the shamanic monks in the temples, and they used to give them psychedelic compounds, you know, to make them basically die. They'd die, and then they'd come back warriors, which is basically what I'm going to do to you, Brett May, if you take me up on the offer. You can stop lying about getting roles as Pat Tate, because it really grinds my gears being an aspiring actor, someone who's been in a few movies, you know, who would love that opportunity, who can genuinely act. You know, I've acted in the theatre. I've done GCSE drama. And yeah, you know, you can see some of my acting on here. If you care to watch one of my movies, it's on YouTube. It's called Gold Never Lies. Okay, that was my acting debut. And there's more acting movies on YouTube as well. Write in the comment section if you've seen any of my my acting, and if you think I'm a better actor than Brett May. We know I'm a better fighter than Brett May. Brett May, I know you can't act. I know you can't do an Essex accent. Terry Stone, you're crazy if you've got this geezer to be. Yeah, that's what's his name would be turning in his grave. Pat Tate would be turning in his grave if he knew that you'd cast that blancmange to play him in a movie. Like this video if you agree.